Hello, I'm Gary Alexander, your state representative for the 20th District, representing Lewis County and parts of Thurston County, including the cities of Bacota, Maytown, Rochester, Tenino, and parts of Rainier. I'm reporting to you again from the 2011 legislative session here in Olympia. Today I'd like to update you on the operating budget and the progress we're making toward an operating budget for the next biennium. Last week, the state's Economic and Revenue Forecast Council issued an updated forecast that shows the state is expected to take in about $780 million less dollars in revenue over the next 2 years. The latest drop in revenue was mitigated slightly by good news and a caseload forecast, but still brings our expected budget shortfall for the 2011-13 biennium to a staggering $5.1 billion. This disappointing news clearly illustrates why the legislature must remain focused on getting Washington working again. Hearing the updated revenue forecast was difficult, but I know that the most somber news isn't here in Olympia. Instead, it's right back in your home and your family's kitchen table. I'm very concerned the continued decline in state revenues is a result of what has already happened to the budgets of hardworking families in Washington. The fact is there are still more than 300,000 people out of work. That's a sobering thought. And that number doesn't include people who no longer qualify for unemployment benefits or those who have just stopped looking for work. That is why this session must be about two things: balancing our budget and creating jobs. Until we get Washington working again, this economy will not recover, and we will continue to see downward trends in our state revenues and corresponding reductions in expenditures. The sooner we get people working again, the sooner we will see an increase in state revenues without raising your taxes. Faced with this $5.1 billion budget shortfall, I still believe, and believe strongly, we must adopt a responsible, sustainable operating budget and do so within the 105-day session, which is scheduled to end on April 24th. If we don't finish our work on time, it will cost you as taxpayers $20,000 every day the legislature remains in Olympia for a special session. This money could be better spent on funding important priorities like education, public safety, or services for our most vulnerable citizens. But I believe this budget can be balanced, and we can do that within the 105-day session. I've been working on a budget right now, working together with my colleagues across the aisle. I'm very close to putting together a balanced budget that addresses the $5.1 billion shortfall and does that without new taxes and without gimmicks. And I keep you posted as we move forward. We expect to have a budget on the floor in the next 2 weeks, but I want to tell you that the budget I'm putting together will not put additional burdens on you, but will require state government to live within its means. Please keep us posted on what we're going down the path. I believe that we can get there. We continue to use the priorities of government, continue to think about sustainable budgets, think about living within our means, and not capitalizing on games or other types of gimmicks to balance this budget. Again, this is Gary Alexander reporting to you from the 2011 legislative session.